Hello guys, welcome back to another live streaming on our Eyes Your Eyes. Look, I will wait a few seconds once again to see. Okay, I am live, perfect. Today we are the best. We are live. Hello, hello, hello. Please join me, join me, join me, join me, join me. Because we are ready. I am ready to rewatch episode 3 of season 4 of Shingeki no Kyojin. Come on. I can't wait to rewatch the episode together with you. So please join me, join me, join me. Okay. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Please join. Join. Okay. Look, this weekend will be the last weekend before the break, because you know that on the 3rd of January there will not be the episode, also because there is this holiday break of the New Year, the New Year's Eve plus the 3 days after. So we will not be able to watch episode 5 the 3rd of January, but we will watch it the 10th of January. Okay, come on, join me, guys. Look, I don't want to start without anybody here. So, as I told you, usually I rewatch the episode on Friday, every Friday. But look, tomorrow is Christmas, so of course I will not be here. I will not touch anything regarding the channel, and that's why I made it today. Another thing, please don't put any spoilers involving the final season, because I don't want to know. And second of all, feel free to write all the things you want, of course, without the spoilers. Okay. Come on. Yes, okay, you're coming. Good. Please join me, because we are ready to rewatch the episode. You will not be able to watch anything. Juan, hello, ciao, ciao. You will not be able to find any tiny screen because it's impossible. But anyway, let me prepare in the meantime the screen for me, so I will be able to rewatch it, of course. And what else? Of course, see you. How many times do I say of course? Anyway, see you this Sunday with episode 4. Can't wait to watch it, of course. And let's see what's going to happen. Look, I prepared already everything. Are you ready, guys? Should we watch it? Did you saw the preview? No, I don't want to watch previews anymore. No. I don't want to know anything, because on Sunday, when the episode is finishing and the ending is starting, I turn off the television. So I don't want to know anything about the preview. So I can't wait to watch it by myself on Sunday. Okay, I think we are ready to watch it. Are you ready? I think you are. I think it's better to start. Look, wait a second, that I just make it tinier a little bit. Okay, I think now it's fine. Okay, I will start rewatching it. Are you ready? Let's join me and let's have fun. Of course, sometimes I will stop the episode, because if I have some extra comments, let's comment once again. Ready? Let's start.
私たちは見捨てられたんだ。だから壁に囲まれた収容所に住んでいるんだよ。私たちには悪魔の血が流れているからね。お前にお父さんがいないのもそのせいだ。お父さんはマーレ人だから。エルディア人と一緒にはいられないんだよ。マーレ人に生まれていれば。
そうだ。あの頃俺はマーレ人になるために戦士を目指してたんだ。誰が歩けと言った？足！薄汚い豚の末裔ども！名誉マーレ人になりたくないらしいな。お前ら知ってるか？あと数年が来たんだよ。 俺たち7人の中から一挙に6人。
Okay, let me say one thing already that I skipped it in the commentary last Monday. If you didn't watch it, go and check it out. Here, Zeke has in his hands, in his hand, an apple. If you follow, of course, symbology or religion or whatever, etc., you know for sure that apples mean sins. Okay, that's the usual and the common meaning of an apple if we are talking about demons, if we are talking about something that is not good or something that temptates you. Okay, that's really important in my opinion. Let's go on.
やった。これでマーレ人になれる。
ああ、何がやっただ。一人余るならドベのお前だろ。
なんだと。
お前の長所はなんだよ。体力か、頭脳か、射撃か、格闘術か。違うな。お前が評価されたのは試験で綴ったマーレーの忠誠心だろ。島の悪魔どもは僕が必ず皆殺しにしてみせますってな。
俺たちの任務をバカにするのか、それともお前はエルディア・スペナの残党か。
Okay, once again, I don't like Galliard right now. Sorry, but I don't like this type of personality that is too confident, that is too narcissistic. He really reminds me of Gabi, and I think that's why Gabi likes him so much. But at the same time, yeah, as I told you already, Reiner is answering, and he's saying, are you one of those aliens who want to rebel? That they wanted to start a revolution, because that's the only way to protect himself, right? From attacks coming from the outside.
そうだな、間違いない。俺が隊長に報告してやる。てめえ、叫んな。この野郎。よせ、ポルコ。
島の恨み節くらい誰だって言えんだよ。てめえは一人で13年待つんだな。ポルコ。
行こう、リクちゃん。泣き止んだらすぐ来いよ。遅いと俺が隊長にどやされんだからさ。
ライナー、すまない。
Sumanai, I'm sorry, number one.
立ってよ、ライナー。さあ。
俺は、マーレ人になって母さんと父さんと3人で暮らすんだ。13年も待ってられない。でも、あいつの言う通り、俺、飛べだから。
Okay, here we start with the sort of a brainwashing. The fact that now he has a first goal. That means the first goal here is to become a warrior before 13 years, because if he is not chosen, he has to wait other 13 years in order to try. Okay, but second of all, he said that he has this belief that if he can become a warrior, he can be a Marle person. But that's not true, because anyway, even if Zeke became the Beast Titan, he didn't become a Marle person. He's still inferior than other Marle people. So nothing is going to change. Okay, and then we have these other purpose. Because he said, look, they all consider me as a loser, and that's how this makes Reiner feel underestimated once again. So, yeah, Zeke is calling Chan, Piki-chan, but let's say that the Chan here in Japan is used for people who are friends. And people who know one another, so that's not something important, because they all know one another.
継承者を決めるのはポルコじゃない。それに忠誠心は大事だと思うけど。ね、兄。
何？聞いてなかった。
She doesn't care. No, okay, yes. Yeah, I feel Annie, okay? I feel Annie as if she's frustrated, okay? Because even when they are focusing on this insect that was killed, the grasshopper, I think that you can see how much angry she is, how much frustrated she is. That's part of her personality, even if she doesn't want to face it, even if she doesn't want to say anything. Hello, Edward. She doesn't want to release her feelings. Annie, she was so close-minded. I mean, she doesn't want to reveal anything about her inner self, and that's a proof, right?
でもいいの。そんな目標があるのに。13年しかないんだよ。
13年で英雄になるんだろう。
To become a hero. He wants to become a hero.
パラディ島の悪魔を成敗すれば世界を救えるんだ。そしたら俺は世界一の自慢の息子になれるんだ。
No, not at all. Yes, this parallel scene is great.
なんか起きねえかな。
ここにいたんだ。
Okay, here there is the opening. Let me go on. Okay.
こいつは何でもできる俳優。
Go back and reset. Okay.
素晴らしい。予想以上の仕上がりだ。女型の巨人。こいつは何でもできる汎用性が強い。高い機動力と持続力に加え、硬質化を交えた打撃技は凄まじい破壊力だ。範囲は狭いが、無垢の巨人を呼び寄せることもできる。レオンハートが最適だ。鎧の巨人は硬質化に特化した巨人。あの戦神で体当たりすれば壁の扉も破壊できるだろう。マーレの盾となり攻撃を引き受ける巨人には我慢強いブラウンがあっている。
In fact, he's saying, I mean, Magato, or the other person next to Magato, Megath, he's saying that Braun, I mean, Reiner is good because of his perseverance. Yes, because he's going straight to the point. He wants to reach his goal. But as I told you in the commentary already, in my opinion, he is good because he also is putting a shield in front of everybody. He doesn't want to show his weaknesses, even if it's so obvious that he has many. And look, I like these moments in which they analyze each part of each Titan, each type of the Titans, because you understand what they are good for, in Marley's opinion. But we also had lots of experience with them, so we can understand if they are right with what they say or not. Actually, till now, yes, everything is right. Annie, she's so fast. She knows how to be there in many different contexts. And Reiner is good because, look, if he is going against a wall, he can crash it, he can smash it really, really fast.
アギトの巨人は強襲型だ。小ぶりな分、最も素早く、強力な爪と顎で大抵のものは砕ける。起点の利くマルセルに託した。
Yeah, I have only one regret, to tell you honestly, that I couldn't see Marcel in action. I mean, we didn't have this huge chance to see him. And that's what I regret, because I would have liked to see what he was about. Okay, except for these few frames in which you see him in action. But anyway, during an attack, I would have liked to see if he was really, if he was this genius for real. Okay, it would have been curious.
巨人は相変わらずだ。他より多少でかいってだけの巨人がまさか。投球技術でここまで恐ろしい兵器になっちまうとはな。
He liked the baseball. Look, maybe, how can I say, Zeke, he liked the baseball because he is always attacking as if he's playing baseball, actually.
決めた力がある。車力の巨人は並外れた持続力で長期間の任務に対応できる。用途に合わせた並走も可能で作戦の幅が広がる。判断力のあるピークで間違いないだろう。そして超大型巨人。
The colossal.
破壊の神だ。
Look, but he is considered, as I told you already in the commentary, go and check it out. He is considered the god of destruction. I mean, that he can destroy everything around him. That's true. In fact, we saw it in season 3, part 2, when they tried to regain the Shiganshina. But when they describe him like this, okay, he seems the best of the best Titan they have. But if I have to be honest, I think this is just my point of view, okay? I definitely think that Zeke, I mean, the Beast Titan can be even better than him. Okay, his power of destruction is undeniable. I mean, we can't deny it, but I don't know, if you think about the Titan who created more problems, or the Titan who made me feel more, I mean, worse, okay, I think, yes, I would have chosen the Beast Titan, yeah. But, okay, it's my personal choice. Then they still don't know the Shingeki no Kyojin, and, yeah, if we count even the Shingeki no Kyojin, I think, yeah, I think Eren or all the people before Eren are the best. I mean, my favorite Titan is still the Shingeki no Kyojin for the concept. I mean, for the concept behind this Titan, but also for the looking. I prefer the Shingeki no Kyojin.
使いこなせるだろう。島の悪魔どもには同情しちまうよ。ある日突然、あれが殺しにやってくるんだからな。確かに親切の戦士隊は先代より能力が上。
Ah, okay. Now, Magath, whatever, he's saying that these new kids, that means Bertold, Annie, Raina, Zeke, and Peek, and Porco, I mean Galliard, they are all better than the previous generation. Look, I am still so curious because I want to see if there is a flashback. I don't know if it's coming or not, but I'm really curious to see if they show me who were the previous generation's Titans. I really want to see who was before Zeke, who was before Bertoldo, who was before Rainer, I mean, I'm so curious to see what was before. Because we know that before Eren, regarding the Shingeki no Kyojin, there was Grisha, and before Grisha, there was Kruger. But in these cases, I wanted to know who was before all of them. Just as a curiosity, I would have liked to see. Here, sorry that I interrupted once again. I like what Magath, whatever, is saying. He doesn't like the military plans. And this is something important to underline, because as I told you many times already in the commentary, now he said, I don't like these military plans or stuff like that. I agree. I mean, I agree with what I said already, that Magath doesn't seem to be, I mean, he doesn't seem to agree with what they are doing. And in my opinion, or I hope that Magath, whatever, no matter how you pronounce it, I hope he's going to change. I mean, I hope that, as much as I hope that Rainer is going to change, I also hope that Magath is going to change, because he already gave me 2 or 3 hints to understand that he doesn't like he doesn't like, in the core of his soul, I don't think he agrees with what they are doing. And this sentence makes me understand this one more time. I told you already last week, I told you that the first thing made me understood this is when Magath, whatever, was looking at the parents. I mean, he was looking when Peek, Zeke, and all the others came back from the war, and they are meeting their parents once again. In that moment, you see a frame, a tiny frame, in which Magath, whatever, he is looking at them, but with a sad face. I mean, he's not proud of what he's doing. That's my opinion. And in fact, then he was moving away. But the fact that he was looking at them, that makes me understand that he doesn't like that even new generations are about to do the same things, because he said it right now. Even in the previous generation, that means Zika's, Reiner's, Berthold's generation, he didn't like the military plan. So he doesn't like the same thing also for the new generations. That makes me understand that something probably will change, and I mean, I can't wait, or I hope so. I don't think he agrees. I don't think he likes this.
俺には正気とは思えん。そうか。たった今、その子供たちが国を一つ潰してみせたじゃないか。
Okay, who knows the name of this person who's saying such stupid things in this sentence? I mean, what's the name of the person next to Magath when this person is saying, but no, but look, these kids already destroyed a country, they can do it. Tell me in the comments if you know his name. I totally dislike him as much as Kozlo in the previous episode. Look, I don't like him at all.
おかしいだろ！なんでドベのお前が選ばれるんだ！どんな手を使いやがった！ドベはお前だった。それだけだろ。ポッコ。てめえ！ボルコ！お前、軍の決定に逆らうのか！ライナー、すまない。
E siamo già a 2. That's the second Sumanai. That means I'm sorry. Number 2. Okay, this is a scene when they are saying, bye bye, we are going. Okay, we see it even in the trailer. But it was that frame, it was so fast. And when I made the mistake to watch it in slow motion, I saw this scene, and at that time I understood that the 4 children were Rainer, Bertoldo, Annie, and Marcel, because I remember that even in the previous seasons they said that they were together. So yeah, I saw it in the trailer. Yeah. Oh, no way. Oh, sorry. No, wait. Wait, sorry. There was a technical problem. Sorry. Huh? Okay, sorry. Sorry, we are repeating this scene once again. Okay. Now look, Karina's face. Oh, please.
父さん！そうなんでしょ。母さんは僕が生まれる前、この弊社で働いてた。そこで母さんとカリナ・ブラウンと出会った。ほら、見てよ。僕と母さんはネオマーレ人になったんだ。これで一緒に暮らす。
Guys, if you remember, they are always listened, okay? And they are always afraid to be heard by other people. But in this case, Rainer didn't have any problems. I mean, he didn't have any problems to open the door. Father, look, do you remember you stayed with my mother, or my mother worked here, and then you met her. She was Karina Brown. I mean, he said everything. So this is the first time, yes, now I realize this, but this is the first time that Rainer feels free to say everything he wants, no matter if he knows that his father is a Marley person and he's not, but no matter what, he's saying it from his heart. And then that makes me understand what I told you in the commentary was partially right. That means Rainer remembers to be listened, and he provokes his friends when they are attacking him like that, just because he wants to protect himself. I mean, when other people are attacking him and they are saying, look, you're a loser, you're nothing, you're this, you're that, like Galliard does, in that moment he wants to protect himself, and he said, be careful, because maybe they are listening to you. Should I tell to the commanders what you said? But in this case, when he doesn't need to protect himself so much because he's meeting his father, right? So in this moment, on the contrary, he forgot where he is right now. He forgot his position, and he totally forgot the fact that he can be surrounded by other Marle, or he can be heard by other Marle, because the heart is speaking here. And the good thing is that Reiner has a heart, and all the other times in which he is attacked, he has to be he has to defend himself. He has to be protected by himself only, because he doesn't have other people protecting him rather than himself. So yeah, here it was great, because if another Marley person was jumping inside the store, I mean inside this shop or whatever, and look, Reiner could have been over, because they would have realized that he is the son of a Marley, but also of an Eldian. So not just the family of his father could have been persecuted by, but even Karina and himself. But at that moment, he was so hopeful, or he was so happy, let's say, to understood that was his father, that he didn't even care about the context. He was so focusing about what was going on the first time he could meet his father. But one thing I want to say that I didn't say in the commentary, his father was there looking at him. And how did he know that that boy was his son? Because I'm sure that his father knew too that was Reiner Braun, that he was his son. Why his father was there? If he really didn't care about him, he didn't want to stay there to check him. Yes, later he went away, okay. But at the same time, he was there. For some seconds, he was there. And probably, I don't want to say some stupid things, but probably also Reiner's father cared. But that was the only way. I mean, to push him away was the only way to let Reiner do what he really wanted as a mission for himself, his own life. Or maybe it was another way to protect him, because if they were discovered, all of their lives were ruined. I don't know. For some reasons, I think he cared too. And for some other reasons, I think he was really disgusting when he said the things he said. I don't know if we should see two versions all the times, or there's just one possibility. I don't know. But for sure, his father was there looking at him while he was passing through, on the street as a celebration. He was there anyway. So we should take this into consideration, because if he really didn't care 100%, I think his father would have never been over there. I don't know. Of course, what he said later, it was something disgusting. I already said it. Yeah, as in fact he's saying, is this a revenge coming from your mother? Bah. Look, I don't know who's best here. I think both they are worse examples of parents, definitely. Reiner here, he is totally alone, because on one side he has a mother who hoped for him to go over there in order to regain the family they deserve to have. But if there is no family, what's the point for me to go? I mean, already the mission was over, in my opinion. But anyway, Reiner wanted to believe so much in this mission, because this mission was the only thing he has. Let's say poor Reiner here, I really feel his pain. I can barely imagine how does it feel to feel totally alone. Let's put ourselves in his position for 1 second. I think it's something unbelievable. Here, Reiner is totally alone. He doesn't have anybody on his side. Even his mother is not on his side. I told you already in the commentary. She is just using Reiner to have what she really wanted, but she doesn't care. What kind of mother agrees with this? I mean, sending her boy away to war. Nobody, right? No other mothers could do something like this. Real mothers, I guess. Hey, no, sorry, but his father is right. Because now his father said exactly right now. Sorry, let me repeat this sentence. Okay. Wait. That woman put you up to this, didn't she? Yeah, he is right, because she's using him. He is right, okay? But then he says, as some kind of revenge. I don't know if Karina wanted to use Reiner in order to let other people know that he was a Marley person, blah, 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 blah. But he definitely is true when he says that she is using him. Yes, yes. She made her brat a warrior of all things. Yes, he is right. Karina is not doing this for Reiner at all. She doesn't care if he wants to become the best son ever, or that he wants to become the pride of his mother. She really doesn't care. Her purpose is to become a honorific, honorary, whatever, Marle, because at that point she doesn't have to live over there, and she can move out from that internment camp and whatever. So poor Reiner, part 2. I mean, if they find that I am your father, my family is done for. Yeah, exactly. That's for sure. But I also think that even Reiner and Karina are over. That's the problem. I like this scene. I didn't tell you earlier, I mean in the commentary. I like when Reiner is surrounded by dark, even his eyes are a little bit darker, and then when he's hearing Reiner from his mother, there is a changing of the colors. I mean, first it's too dark and then it's becoming lighter. I like it because I don't know if this means that while he was saying bye-bye from the ship, he was thinking about that meeting. But yeah, Reiner's life is totally dark. And yeah, as I told you already, I've never expected to be empathetic with him. I always expected to be against him. But I think now people who are following the final season can understand definitely that, okay, I will say it later, but okay, let me anticipate this. Here we understand that Reiner and Eren, they are the same. I mean, they live in 2 different worlds, I mean, within 2 different contexts, but at the end of the day, they have so many things in common. And as Eren said at the end, okay, I will remark this later too, but as Eren said at the end, they were both pushed by somebody else to be as they are. And that's definitely true. Then Eren developed something else. I mean, he developed his destiny by himself without, going against everybody. It's true. But Reiner was totally forced since the beginning to do what he does, to believe in what he believes. The same as for Eren, because he was born on the other side, where on the other side they still believe that they are the good and the others are the bad people. At the same time, Reiner is doing the same things because he believes that where he is right now, they are good, and on the other side, they are bad. Even if I still believe that Reiner changed already his mind, but that's something different. I'm talking about when Reiner was a child, like Eren. They were living just in two different contexts, and if Reiner would have been born in Paradise, he would have thought the same as Eren's, and vice versa. If Eren was born in Marle, but he was still an Eldian, he would have thought the same as Reiner's. So we can't blame anybody here, because it's just about the condition in which the context, the condition in which they live, the life they are living in. And how can we say who's good and who's bad? I still don't know, but here we can't, because everybody has his or her own belief, and this is going on for 100 years. And as I told you many times, it's too difficult to change. I mean, if for 100 years there is one belief, it's too hard to change things, because it means you have to change lots of different generations, and this requires lots of time. And it's quite impossible to change everybody's mind and let them believe something that is the contrary, right? So there is the necessity to change things on another level. That means it can be an attack. That means it can be erase everything, as I told you already 2 weeks ago. There has to happen something. There has to be a reason, a different type of way to shake the world of Marle, to let people understand what's happening. I don't know, but here they are all the same. They are all in the same world, even if they try to think that they are separated, and that's wrong.
待っているからね。
そうだ。父なんかいなくても、俺は鎧の巨人を託された選ばれた戦士。島の悪魔からみんなを救い、世界の英雄。
Did you see? He is attached to the mission only, because that's the only thing he has right now.
になるんだ。
やっぱり夜道はあまり進めなかったな。
雲が出てきたから仕方ない。
本当に壁を破壊しても、壁の王は始祖の巨人を行使しないのかな。
今さら何言ってんだ。マーレの研究を信じろよ。
そうだ。後戻りはできない。俺たちは明日、壁を。
なんだよ。まさか島の悪魔を殺すことをためらっているのか。
Yeah, there is a moment of hesitation in this scene when they are all looking down. And I don't know why they are hesitating. In fact, that Reiner here is saying, oh, come on, you do all want to kill the island demons, right? As if they are hesitating a little bit, because to tell you honestly, at the end of the day, I don't think that these 4 kids really wanted to do what they did. They were forced, right? And if they could choose, they would have stayed at home, for sure. In fact, Annie is the perfect example. She has never wanted to be there. She really wants to go back home because she doesn't care. She doesn't want to participate in this. She is forced. And I think Annie is the perfect example of a person who is forced, and she's trying to rebel herself many times. But at the end of the day, she understands that she can't. So she's forced. But yeah, here there is a sort of a hesitation, as if they really don't want to do what they are supposed to do. But Reiner, he was so indoctrinated. I mean, he was so brainwashed till the end of time that he says, oh, come on, you do want to do all this thing, right? he is the only one who keeps following the mission they have because it is the only thing he has. Annie, for example, Annie, whatever, when she comes back home, she has his her father waiting for her, and I think the relationship between other parents and Bertolt or Annie, whatever, they are a little bit different. I don't know why, but I can feel it here. Otherwise, they are not hesitating, or they didn't want to go back home so easily. But Rainer, in the case of Rainer, he doesn't have a father. His mother is using him all the times. Of course, all the other kids are used right now. But I don't know. Annie has this promise to keep, and she has to go back home. Why? I mean, I still have to understand that this is a huge promise she made to her father, because maybe there's more than this. I don't know. But she only has this promise. The others, okay, let's go back home, or okay, let's go on with the mission, okay, we have to do this, etc., etc. But she's the only one who really wants to go back home because she made this promise, blah, 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 blah. I don't know, Annie is a little bit different.
奴らが何をやったか忘れたのか。俺たちは世界を代表して悪魔を裁くべく選ばれた戦士なんだ。
すまない。ライナー、すまない。
I'm sorry, part of
お前は本当は戦士に選ばれるはずじゃなかったのに。俺がお前を持ち上げたり、弟を貶めたりして、軍に印象操作したんだ。は？俺は弟を守りたかった。すまない。ライナー、すまない。
5.
なんで
Oh, for 1 second only, when he said Nande, I thought he was Eren. Sorry, but he had the same tone of a voice, actually.
謝るんだよ。
See, he seems. Yeah, I keep thinking what I thought last Monday when I said that Marcel, yeah, he didn't want to protect Rainer. He was just tired of his life and what he did till now. I mean, he was tired to feel heavy. And that's why he chose, okay, I will sacrifice myself, but not because I have to protect Rainer, but because I am tired of living in this condition, so it's better if I go. That's what I felt here. But anyway, everybody has different opinions. It's okay. Yeah, he's making himself as if he is the fault guy, because now he thinks that Marcel sacrificed for him, but I don't think so. Oh, this scene is terrible. Yes, I told you in the commentary too, I don't like this scene. It's scary. I really feel bad when I see that a child, and he is already traumatized like that. And, oof, no, that's wrong.
長距離走であんたに負けたの初めてだよ。すぐにあの巨人を抑えておけば萩田を失わずに済んだのに。くそ、もうマルセルは帰らない。
だって壁に近づかなければ巨人はいないって。
もういい、帰ろう。萩田。
Yeah, every time Rainer bases his thoughts on what Marle said. because even before Marcel was dying, he said that we should trust the Marley's research. And here he's saying the same thing, because he's saying they didn't tell us that Titans can stay even a little bit far from the walls or near the walls. Right now I didn't read nicely. Let me read once again.
探して帰る。
Wait.
もう、マルセルは帰らない。
Okay, they said that there wouldn't be any Titans this close, to the walls. Every time he says, they say, we should trust them, etc., etc., that means Marley. But Reiner should understand that he can't trust them, because they are the first to use them in a war place, or they are the first one to be sacrificed in war moments or in other contexts. They are inferior than them. So how can you trust people who are traumatizing you, torturing you, brainwashing you, and many other things? I mean, Reiner, you're wrong. You shouldn't trust Marley. But of course, he is a child. He can't understand this. He understood it once he experienced what he experienced, or when he became an adult, because I'm pretty sure that even Zeke doesn't think about Marley as the same as before. I think even Zeke saw with his own eyes, okay, thanks to the experience in Paradise too, but also because he has a brother over there. I don't know, I think he also changed a little bit his opinions. So, of course, they start this procedure of brainwashing or this type of mental torture since they are children, because if you put in a child's mind one idea since he's a child, he definitely will go on thinking like this. They couldn't do it if they were teenagers, right? They should start since the beginning to tell them things like this. The exception was Grisha, because Grisha, even if he was a child, he went outside the walls, so he rebelled himself from the rules he had to follow, because of a dream, because of what he saw, because of the Zeppelin, because he definitely wanted to try something new and to be against the rules for a second. But with that small gesture, with what he did, he changed the world, if you think about that, right? Yeah, Grisha was the only exception, but because he knew what happened outside the walls. And this is connecting once again with the speech of Eren at the end of this episode, when he said, when you decide by yourself to go through the L, you will find another L, or you will find hope. But you will understand this just if you try to go on. And Grisha, when he understood, when he tried to go outside the walls, he perfectly knew that he was going against the rules. That means he would have found a punishment after all he did. That means hell. But at the same time, he wanted to go beyond this, to Jibunde, I mean by himself, to understand what was after this punishment he would have had later. And he found another hell, because his sister was killed. And then because he had to create all this situation, all this story till now. So that makes you understand that Eren is totally right. I think Grisha found another hell, because later when he came back after his sister died, he understood that his father was brainwashing him. And then he saw his wife transformed into a Titan. And then this Titan killed his new or recent wife. And then all his choices made him creating a world in which also his son, Eren, was involved. Plus his other son, Zeke, that is on the other side. But as you can see, it was as if it was another hell. But there is also hope, because he gave Eren this mission to end everything, to find the solution. Until you don't try, you will never know. And that's right.
これに近づかなければ巨人はいないって。
Sorry, I
も
talked
うい
too
い、
much.
帰ろう。アギトを探して帰る。どこかで人の姿に戻ってるはずだ。どの道、マルセルの指揮なしじゃ任務を果たせない。
This is important. She said, without Marcel's leadership, we can't finish the mission. That means, once again, as I told you, Rainer, even if you're here or you're not here, who cares? Because you can't become like Marcel, or you are not skilled enough. That's another punch in the stomach, because she's saying you're nothing. I mean, we don't need you. You're not qualified enough to do anything. So let's go home. This is something crazy, because Rainer has only this. He has the mission only. And once you say things like this, you're killing Rainer. And in fact, later he said, right now Rainer is dead. Now I will replace Marcel. I mean, you want Marcel? I will become Marcel.
ダメだ。ダメだ。帰れない。このまま任務を続行するんだ。
確かに。あんたはこのまま帰れば鎧を剥奪されて、次の戦士に食われる。
Well, she's heavy right
私
now.
の知ったことじゃないけど。
俺だけだと言い切れるか。
Mm.
3人とも逃げた責任を俺だけ
Protect
が問われ
himself
るのか。
one more time.
自分たちだけは粛清されないと確信を持って言えるか。秋田の改心も得策じゃない。そいつが秋田の巨人を使って逃げたら、俺らの巨人じゃ捕まえられっこない。
そんなすぐに巨人の力が使えるわけ。
お前はすぐに超大型を使いこなしただろうが。
One more time.
とにかく、このままじゃ俺たちはおしまいなんだよ。始祖を獲得しなきゃ、もう故郷には帰れないんだ。
なんで、その冷静さの100分の1でも発揮してくれれば、アギトもマルセルも失わずに済んだのに。自分の身を守るためなら私たちを脅すってわけ。
Yes, sorry. Let me go back 1 second when she said,
マルセルも失わずに済んだのに。自分の
you will threaten us just to save your own skin, isn't it? I mean, isn't it right? Yes, it's the truth. I mean, here Rainer wanted to ask them to stay over there and not to go back home, because he was thinking about the mission. I mean, his only goal. If he failed the goal, he failed his life too. So yeah, also in this case, Rainer is using them for his own goal. Honey, she's totally right.
身を守るためなら私たちを脅すってわけ。
Wow.
あんたがマガトに弁明しな。すべて自分の責任ですって。いえ、何が名誉なアレジンだ。選ばれステージだ。あれもエルディア。
Oh, finally, yes. I wanted to remark this once again. I like what Annie said here. She's totally right, because she underlines my point of view. I mean, she says Marlians and Eldians are both liars. All they think about is themselves. Yes, I totally agree with this. She's right. And this confirms me once again that finally we have a person, that means Annie or Annie, whatever, that she's thinking that nobody is right, that everything is wrong. And it perfectly makes sense. Yes, it makes sense. They are all wrong if you think about that. All. And yes, she is right, because she says they all think about themselves. Absolutely true.
自分のことしか考えてないくせに。私もそうだ。生きて帰んなきゃいけないんだよ。
And then she said, I'm not different from you guys, because I also wanted to go home. I mean, I also have a goal, and I always think about myself too. Yes, that's the main rule of this story. Everybody thinks about him or herself only.
悪いと思ってんなら死ねよ。罪をかぶって死ね。
And now,
死んだ。マルセルが必要だ。
if you need Marcel, I'll be Marcel. That's what he did later. I explained you very, very deeply already this, but he did it later, yes.
俺がマルセルになるからもうやめてくれ。これが俺たちが故郷に帰る唯一の手段だ。エロみんなで故郷に。
Yeah, here he said, you're not the only one who wants to go home or who has to go home. We all have to go home. So let's join forces because that's the only way we can go home. Okay, here. Woohoo. Oh, but look, let me say this. If we check episode 1 once again, have you ever imagined all this behind? My answer is no. Okay, here I wanted to say one thing because I read so many different opinions, okay? And you should tell me somehow if I'm right or if I'm wrong. Here there is a Berthold, okay? And he's looking at Dinah Fritz coming as a Titan. From what I understood here is that Berthold stopped being the Colossal right now, and he is coming out from the Titan, from his Titan. And by looking at Dinah, he's afraid to be eaten by her, right? I mean, that's what I felt. But then when we see that Dinah is going inside the walls, he's surprised somehow because he imagined to be eaten in that moment. Why he is surprised maybe is because because it's the first time he sees a normal Titan doing something like that. I mean, as if Dinah, she's attracted by something else. And of course, we all know that in season 3, part 2, Dinah, before being transformed into a Titan, she said, Grisha, I will find you no matter what. So as if she's a different type of Titan somehow, because all the other normal Titans, as soon as they see one man or a human being, they take it and they eat. They eat him or her. But in this case, Dinah is attracted by something else. And we all know what is that something else. But let me understand if I got it right, this scene, because I can't find other explanations. I mean, Berthold is turning and he is afraid, but then he sees that Dinah is passing over and he's saying, huh? I mean, like as if he's surprised that she didn't see him. That's what I felt. And if it's like this, okay, I got it. If it's something else, if you can try to explain me, because I always wondered this. Then I read some other people's ideas, of course, without spoilers, who say that Dinah has this royal blood. I mean, she's a part of the royal family, and she has a different power. I mean, even if she's a normal Titan, she can focus on some things instead of others. She can be a little bit different from usual Titans for this reason. I don't know if this is true. I don't know, but what I see here is that she didn't even care about Berthold. Or maybe she didn't care because she understood he was a Titan, but no. Absolutely no, because when Berthold was eaten by Armin, Armin didn't care. So, I mean, Armin ate Berthold without a problem, okay, because he was a normal Titan and he can't understand. He is not intelligent. So that would made me understand. Yeah, okay. Michael said she is an abnormal. Okay, actually, it makes sense just for the fact that she has the blood, the royal blood, and In this case, that's why she's focusing on her purpose, because her purpose is to find Grisha somehow. I don't know. But is it correct when I said that Bertoldo was afraid to be eaten by her, and then he was surprised that he saw Dinah going away? Yes or no? Tell me in the comments. At least this, tell me. Yeah. In fact, he's
俺は戦士になりたかった。母の願いを叶え、父と3人で死を。
this is good. I like this speech of Raina. I wanted to realize my mother's dream of a happy family. Yes, that makes sense, and it's totally true.
幸せに暮らせると思ったから。
Yeah.
でも、
But my father wants nothing to do with us. Correct.
そんなことを望む父はどこにもいなかった。
Oh, but here he seems the Eren's voice a little bit. Oh, I repeat you this. He seems Kaji a little bit. Huh?
母は叶わないと分かっている夢を見続けていた。
My mother knew her wish was never going to come true. That means, dear boy, you were used from day one. Finally, he realized that. I'm so happy about that.
俺は選ばれるはずのない戦士で、今日死ぬはずだった。なんで謝った？
Okay. Now he is saying to himself, why did Marcel apologize? Why did he save me? It's obvious from my point of view, just because he wanted to redeem himself for all the things he did, and because he was tired. He was tired of the life he was living, and because he pushed another person into hell.
なんで俺なんかを助けた？嫌だ。まだ終わりたくない。まだ何も。
Not while I still don't understand a thing. I think now Raina understood many things already. Not yet the full story. I mean, he didn't still understand who's right or who's wrong, but he already changes his mind a little bit. He is a little bit different than others, and that makes me happy. Look, I've never expected to say this. I mean, I've never expected to be happy that Reiner is still alive. Look, whoa, definitely. I like this music.
ウォールローゼの中だ。兄、ベルトルト、ごめんな。マルセル。
He became like Marcel also for this reason, because he's starting saying sorry. No, that's just a joke.
俺、本当の戦士になるから。
おう、貴様は何しにここに来た？人類を救うためです。
Look, I like this answer from Raina, because I repeat you, from his point of view, that was the good thing to do. I mean, in his opinion, in Reiner's opinion, that humanity means Marle plus the aliens in Marle. He doesn't care, or he doesn't count that even in Paradise there are human beings. I mean, humanity, because at that time he still believed that they were demons. But later, after 5 years, he understood maybe there is something wrong. I start liking them. Does that mean that I like demons? No. It seems that the reality is that they brainwashed you, and these people let you understand or let you think like that. But that was totally the opposite. Hi.
俺の村はウォールマリア南東の山奥にあった。あれは明け方だった。やけに家畜が騒がしくて、耳慣れない地響きが次第に大きくなって、それが足音だと気づいて急いで窓を開けたら、その後は覚えてないが、馬に乗って逃げたんだ。ちょうど、お前らぐらいの子供を3人残してな。
Yeah, but this story, I already told you. This story, Raina took inspiration from the story of this villager. But let me tell you, I still believe he killed the villager, because if that villager was about to be found, and the story was the same, I don't think Raina, Bertoldo, or Bertold and Annie would have been trusted. I don't know why, but Rainer later makes a face when Bertoldo says, look, I still have this dream of these men hanging, etc., etc. That's why it made me think like that. Okay, sorry to say this, but this scene with Kenny and Annie, many people complained because they said, oh no, people who didn't read the manga didn't understand this scene. But look, to me, it's quite clear. I mean, Annie is trying to find some info. I mean, she's trying to investigate more, I mean, deeply inside the walls. That's what I thought. But tell me if I'm wrong. And Kenny found her and discovered her, and he understood that something was wrong. That she was not who she was supposed to be, or she seemed to be. That was so clear to me. I don't understand why people complained about this. Okay, first of all, tell me if I'm right. Because if I'm wrong, okay, I didn't understand too. But there's nothing to understand so deeply here.
よう、嬢ちゃん。こんなじじいをつけ回したなかなか男を見る目があるようだな。
私は旅籠で生まれた。
I mean, probably she was trying to follow Kenny, maybe, because while investigating, probably she understood that he was an important person, and that's why she was trying to follow him, or she was trying to investigate in general, and she found out that Kenny was important. I don't know. Okay, I'm right. Okay, thank you. I don't know, guys. Why is it so difficult to understand these scenes? To me, she wants to find the founding titan. I think, okay, okay. But anyway, I think it was not so difficult to understand this scene. Many people were complaining, oh no, they put this scene out of nowhere and nobody can understand anything. But look, if they are trying to go next to the walls and they attacked the walls, and now they wanted to attack the wall scene, the wall rose, whatever. Of course, Annie was just investigating. So I don't understand what's this, or maybe she was investigating about Kenny. Who knows? But anyway, that's her purpose. I don't understand why it's so difficult. Sincerely, tell me your thoughts in the comments. But yeah, now she's faking. Come on.
そりゃ感動的だ。パパにハグしてほしければまず両手をあげろ。
絶対にないと言い切れるの。
妹に誓ってねえ
Yeah,
な。
I swear to my sister.
ひどいよ。パパ
Hey, yes, come on.
おいおい、もうパパが嫌いになる年頃か。
今日もすごいな。この足の感じだと今日は雪か。
いや、この上半身は晴天だ。
今日ってことにしとけ。お前ら天候に遅れるぞ。起きろ、ベルトルト。
あんたたちが友達と遊び疲れてぐっすり眠る頃、私は王都のドブの中を這い回った。あいつがいたんじゃ、もう限界。
限界か。
集めた情報を持ってマーレに帰ろう。どんな情報でも歓迎してくれるよ。
本当にそう思っているのか。この5年の成果を持ち帰ればマーレは失望するだろう。
じゃあ何？どうしろっての？
ウォールローゼを破壊する。始祖の巨人をあぶり出す手段はもう他にない。
あんたらの友達は大勢死ぬね。
This is good.
何度も言った。
I like the when she said right now, look, lots of your friends will be killed. Look, I like how Annie, I mean, her composure. I like her because no matter if she's provoking at the end of the day, and I like this attitude. 奴らは友達じゃない。悪魔だ。だが信頼を得るのはそうじゃない。
むしろ孤立するお前の態度の方があからさまで。
吐きそう。これ以上顔を近づけないでくれる。
疲れたろう。いつもお前ばかりに負担をかけてすまないと思ってる。今日はこの辺にしておこう。
Here, yes, I was saying.
と同じ夢を見るんだ。開拓地で首を吊ったおじさんの夢だ。なんで首をくくる前に僕たちにあんな話したんだろうって。
Yeah, as I was saying, Bertold doesn't understand why that villager told him the story before hanging, but I don't know, I have a strange feeling about that story too. Oh, here it is! Oh, now one of the best scenes of the episode.
少し休め。死んじまうぞ。
ライナ、どうやったらそうな。
How do you do it, Raina? Number one. How can I be more like you and Mikasa? That means he is requesting Raina here. I mean, he is praised. Something he has always wanted. At this rate, everything will be over before I can accomplish anything. The same as Raina at the beginning. I mean, he's seeing himself. And this is good. Look, I didn't put this in the commentary, but this is good because Raina, by seeing himself over there on the ground, that means Eren, it seems that he is giving an advice to himself. Because it's like as if he is looking at himself right now, that he's saying the same sentences, okay? I mean, Eren is saying the same things that he has always said. And Eren is feeling as he has always felt, as Reiner has always felt. So now he has to give an advice to Eren as if he is giving an advice to himself. This is, wow, this is like looking at himself right now from outside. And look, how many times did it happen to you? No matter the struggles, no matter the difficult moments, okay? Sometimes we behave in a sort of way. And then one of our friends or one of our relatives, one of our acquaintances or whatever, he or she is having our same experience. So we are entitled to give him or her the same advice or to tell them how to behave at the same time or in the same time or in the same way we did in the past. It happened to me so many times. So when I saw this scene, it was really beautiful because it seems as if Reiner is going outside of his body and he is looking himself on the ground and has to play the role of the person who has never experienced this, because now he is praised by Eren, and Eren doesn't even believe that Reiner felt like him in this moment. I mean, I don't think Eren thinks, even Reiner had this experience. No. For Eren, I mean, to Eren, Reiner, he is somebody to be praised and somebody who is unreachable. So Eren doesn't even understand all the pain Reiner has while he's saying things like this, because he has never imagined, even Reiner experienced something like this. Never in the world. But we know he doesn't. We know. Now we know. Yeah, at the beginning we said, he's strong. I mean, even in season 1, Reiner is on another level at this point. But later we understood many things we didn't know. You do what you have to do. This is the first advice. You do what you have to do, because he also did what he had to do, or what he was forced to do. That's different. Eren, right now, he's not forced to do anything. Eren himself wants to push himself to become stronger. Nobody asked him. Nobody forced him. He could have stayed in Shigashina for the rest of, inside one of the walls for the rest of his life. He could have said, I don't want to join the Chosen Heian and whatever. Eren chose by himself to be part of the Chosen Heian, to be the strongest, to defeat all Titans, and that's the huge difference between Reina and Eren at this point. Reina is still forced at that age to do the things that he has to do, because he was forced to do things like those. But Eren, on the other side, at that age, already chose to kill all Titans, already chose to be part of the Chosen Heian, already chose to become one of the strongest. So this is the difference. Reina is pushed by somebody else, but he didn't want to do what he has to do. Eren was, yes, pushed by somebody else. That means Grisha, because he inherited the two Titans because of others, but then made a step forward, because the rest of the things he wanted to do, he decided by himself to do them. Hope it's clear. Just keep moving. Then, as if Reina spoiled us, the Shingeki no Kyojin has this goal. Okay, just keep moving. But that's the thing he's also doing. I mean, even Reina, with all the problems he had until now, he's keeping moving, because that's the mission. That's what he has to do. Eren, on the other side, takes this advice in another way. Keep moving to make your dreams come true. But in Reiner's mind, the mission right now is no more a dream. I mean, in my opinion, right now, Reiner has to complete the mission just because it's part of the loyalty he gave to Marle, not because it's a dream to become a hero anymore. He is forced to finish the mission, otherwise he's going to be killed. Okay, but Eren has still lots of dreams. He has a dream to find freedom. He has the dream with Armin to reach the ocean. He has dreams, so it's on another level. And only if he keeps moving, it can be a hope. You can find hope, or you can find another hell. But just keep moving. That's the motto. Eren's motto. Go on. Yeah. Terrible. You still wanted to kill every last Titan, right? That means me too. This is strange, guys. I mean, this scene is something crazy. Because if we watched it in season 1, we would have said, yes, we want. But right now that we know that Reiner is a Titan, now that we know Reiner's past, we don't want him to die. I mean, that's what I feel. And it's strange, because I've always stayed on Eren's side, but now we needed to understand that the story is different. And also people staying on that side are victims. If anyone can do it, it's you. So great. I love this sentence. Okay, if Eren, okay, remark this. I say it right now, so later if something like this is happening during the reaction video, you don't say, you read the manga. No, it's just my opinion. Remark this, okay? In my opinion, if Eren and Reiner will meet again in the future, okay, I think that Reiner is going to repeat this sentence. That means if anyone can do it, if anyone can destroy all the Titans, that's you. Because now Reiner is hopeless. I mean, now that he came back to Liberio with all the others, he was not considered a lot by his mother because now Gabi is better, so who cares? He lost all his goals. He is almost at the end of his mission because he still has just 3 years, so, and he didn't do almost anything to reach the end of this mission. So in 3 years he can't make it. I think Reiner is becoming realistic, a realistic character. I mean, he knows his limits and he knows that his life is compromised already. But anyway, so for the fact that Reiner already knows his limits and he's tired of living, in fact, we see it here in this deep scene, that it was enough to understand everything. If he meets Eren once again, I hope so. I mean, I hope he can meet Eren once again. I hope he will say this sentence. I mean, I hope he will say, if anyone can do it, if anyone can destroy all the Titans, that's you. Because now I understood. I mean, now I understood what you, Eren, wanted to do. And at the end of the day, you're not wrong. Okay, I hope this. If they are doing this, oh, I would have become happy. I mean, I would be happy, definitely. Because if Reiner is going to say something like this, it makes me understand that he understood that Eren, at the end of the day, he's not wrong. He's taking his revenge. And come on, let's think once again, okay? Suddenly, one day, I'm not attacking anybody, okay? But someone one day is breaking the walls. They are killing my mother in front of my eyes. And those people on the other side, that means Marley or aliens living in Marley, blah, 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 they hope, or no, they force me to stay like this and to say, okay, yes, I'm here. I'm the devil. Kill me. No, no way. So I understand Eren's point of view. One day you came. I didn't do anything wrong to you, but you came, you destroyed the walls, and you killed my mother, and I have to stay like this and say, okay, you can do it. Come on, keep going on, yo. No. Nobody would have done this. I would have never done this too. So I understand Eren's point of view. But I hope, remark this, guys, I hope that Reiner, if he meets Eren once again, I hope he's going to say this sentence he said right now. If anyone can do it, that means if anyone can destroy all the Titans, that person is you. I agree, because he's... he doesn't know that he has also the Shiso, but he is the Shingeki no Kyojin. This is his motto, to keep going on till the end. So, of course, it's him. Yeah. And here, when he is trying to end his life, his own life, I felt so sorry for Reiner. I totally felt it, because it was so sad to see what was going on, to see how helpless and how hopeless Reiner is in this moment. Thanks to Falco, indirectly, he could have saved himself. Otherwise, I think that his life would have been destroyed in 1 second, in 1 second, 1 frame. And also in this case, I would have never expected to say something like this in season 1, season 2, or season 3. No. But now that we understand his point of view, his story, I absolutely agree that he keeps staying alive and he is going to join forces with Eren. and they are going to create a new team, something different that can make a difference. Look, if it's happening something like this, I really like it. But yeah, I felt really sorry for Rainer right now, and thank you, Falco. Thank you. Some people, look, I have to say this too. Some people complained because they hoped that this scene was longer, in which they showed us in a slow motion, let's say, this scene of committing what he tried to commit. You understood what I mean? I don't agree. Because when you try to do something like this, when you try to end your life, it's just a second. It's not, in real life, it's not in slow motion. In real life, it takes just one frame of second to end your life if you want to do this. And in my opinion, Mappa made it so realistic because you don't need minutes and minutes and minutes of scenes or to make it longer in order to represent what he really wants to do. No, this is realistic. It's happening immediately, as soon as you never even imagine. So this choice to make it like this, it was nice, in my opinion, definitely. Also because, let me tell you honestly, here in Japan, we have this problem of ending our own lives, let's say it like this, and it's happening every day. And I liked the fact that they didn't want to remark this choice, because it's really hard in this country to defeat a problem like this. And the more you show people this type of chances to end your life like this, the more people can have an inspiration. And it was totally good and enough to show this as it is. In my opinion, they did the best. You don't need a longer scene for something like this that is totally obvious as it is, and it's enough for you to understand how painful was Reiner's life. For real, try to understand this. In the manga, it can be different, whatever. It's a manga, okay? But on TV, to watch this longer, it was better like this. It made sense anyway. Trust me. I could feel Reiner's pain even if I saw just this frame, and even if this frame was fast, because it quietly represents how is easy and it's fast for you to decide if you want to end your life or not. It's really fast. Thank you, Falco. Oh, indirectly, he saved his life. I like Falco not because the voice actor is the same as Tanjiro's, but let's open a bracket. Falco is really kind. Okay, close the bracket. I mean, Falco is the typical guy who is ready to push himself to protect others, and he is so kind because he cares more about others than himself. I really like this type of characters because I can identify myself in this. I totally agree when in stories, when in shonen or other genre, they put characters like this because, yes, I can find myself in Falco, definitely. But now he didn't know that he saved the Reiner. Anyway, thank you, Falco, for real.
そうだ。俺にはまだあいつらが。
I still have them. Okay, these I have two interpretations. Okay, the first interpretation is that I still have them. That means I'm not alone. I'm not hopeless, or I'm not ending my life in the best way, because I still have them and I can still do something positive for them. I can still change the world for them. So I can have another mission, actually. Think about it. The fact that he's going to see new generations almost repeating what happened to him, maybe this gives him the inspiration to change things and to help this new generation to create a different world. And it could be a new mission. So his life is not ended as it seems, okay? And this is a good interpretation. The negative interpretation is that probably he says, I still have them. That means I can still use them to reach my mission, my initial mission, that is to fulfill my goal to destroy Paradise. Look, these two are still two different interpretations. They could be both okay, but it depends what's happening next. I don't want to know, so please don't put spoilers. But those can be good, both of them. They could be possible. Now, the best scene. I love the Eren here. Come on, guys. He was really good. Was really good.
経過は順調みたいですね。
First of all, it looks like you're recovering pretty well. If you knew, my dear.
会話できるくらい回復して。
まあな。ここに心的外傷の治療に来てるの。
Okay, when you hear a voice like this, isn't it Eren? I mean, all the people who said, oh, is it impossible? How can people recognize it's Eren? It's his voice. It's obvious.
俺のは嘘だ。記憶障害で家まで帰れないってこと。
Oh, look at this. I've been acting like I have amnesia. Okay? Look, I'm acting. The fact that I said it already, okay? Regarding the things that Raina and Eren have in common, okay? He is acting. He is acting in the opposite, on the opposite side where the enemies are, in Eren's opinion, as much as Rainer acted in Paradise towards enemies, in his opinion. They are the same. They are doing, I mean, they did, or they are doing the same things. They were acting somebody they are not in order to infiltrate in the opposite world, in the opposite context. They are the same. Find the difference. I can't. Till now, I can't. Okay, the only difference is one. Okay, let me say, the only difference is that Eren, before the attack of the Colossal in episode 1, has never thought, okay, let's go outside and kill everybody over on the other side. Nobody in Paradise has never cared about this, okay? Because Fritz, King Fritz said, we will never use violence. I mean, they had this pact, right? They decided to build these walls, but they are not supposed to use any type of violence, right? But I have never imagined Eren going on the other side. Look, I'm going to kill you. Look, I'm going to end your life, as if as they did with Paradise. So that's the only difference. Raina decided to reach the walls, destroy the walls, and make all this mess, and Eren didn't. That's the only difference. Otherwise, these two guys are the same. Okay, he doesn't want to go home, and his home is Paradise, of course. Okay, that's the only sentence I didn't understand. I don't think I can face my family anymore. This is the only one I didn't understand. But I told you in the commentary that, in my opinion, this sentence was because he tried to understand if he could trust Falco. That's my opinion, because especially sooner after that sentence, I didn't understand. He said, "Are you going to tell this to the doctors?" And he said, "No, I wouldn't do that." That was just maybe a way to understand. Can I trust the Falco? Let me test it a little bit, okay?
怪我してるな。戦士になるための訓練か。ええ。でも俺はなれません。同じ候補生に優秀な奴がいて、俺の出番はなさそう。
Here there is the repeating story as a loop, okay? Because at the beginning, Rainer didn't was a loser. Everybody was better than him, etc., etc. Then Eren, look, Rainer, how can I become like you and Mikasa? Because you are all better than me. I can't do anything. Blah blah blah. Then Falco saying the same. That means. Look, there is in the training they are all better than me. I can't do anything. I am a loser. Let's say it in few words. The story is repeating as a loop, okay? But yes, in this case, I agree with Eren because he said that's a good thing because you are a nice guy and you're going to have a long life. How can I explain this? Even being a loser is a good thing because in this case, if you are let's say a loser, if you are not skillful, okay, let's say it like this, if you're not skillful, you don't have to try to become one of the titans. You don't have a time limit of 13 years. You don't have to suffer a lot, etc., etc., etc. That's a positive thing. I mean, or you don't become a titan, you can think about something else. You can make your life longer, and that means you're not going to face the same hell I faced. This is positive, this is good. So I agree with what he says. I mean, I agree with what Eren said right now when he said, Yokatta. Yes, from this point of view, yes, that's good.
君はいいやつだ。長生きしてくれるなら嬉しいよ。
But when he said, I'm glad that you will have a long life. Does he already know he will have a long life? Because if he can go even in the future and he can say, or is he the Eren talking from the future that he's meeting Falco after so many years he already met him and he's saying something like this? We will never know until we go on.
でも、俺はそいつを戦士にさせたくなくて。どうして？その候補生は女の子か。
女の子です。
ここじゃ有名なやつですよ。この前の戦争でも活躍したくらいで。誰だって次の鎧はあいつがいいって言うはず。でも、俺は力がないから。
But Falco is saying, but I am too weak. I won't be able to change anything before it's too late. The same as Eren thought, the same as Reiner thought when they were younger. The same.
何もできないまま。
Especially Eren, because do you remember every time he couldn't defeat the Titans, he was screaming, he was crying, and he was saying, I can't change anything. Mama, can you see that I can't change, that I couldn't change anything? Did you see that I couldn't make anything? It's the same. Eren part 2 or Reiner part 3. But, okay, I wanted to remark this. Open a bracket. Do you remember my Falco Grice theory? I mean, do you remember my Grice plus Eren theory? I hope you will remember. Otherwise, go and check it out, the commentary I made on Monday. Because I read in the last episode that his name is Falco Grice, and I was shocked because I didn't hear it during the reaction video. Probably I was talking, but anyway, Grice, okay, Grice, that Grice, you know what I mean, okay? If what I told you in the commentary is happening, I will tremble. I will shake, my body will shake entirely.
ここに来て毎日思う。なんでこんなことになったんだろう。
Amazing. This question is amazing. Why did the things end up this way? We still don't know. And we can't answer to you because look, if I knew the real story, I could have answered to you, but we don't know. But it's a nice question. Very, very realistic question. Why did things end up this way? Ooh, this is good. Having your body and mind rotten, having your freedom taken away, losing your sense of self. Anyone who knew ever happened something like this would have never set a foot on the battlefield. Yes, you too. I mean, even Eren, if he knew the point that he could have reached, he would have never joined the Chosen Haven, but never. As much as Grisha would have never went out from the walls if he knew what was about to happen. Nobody knows until they try with their own eyes, or nobody understands how painful can be a choice until you understand it, or you feel the consequences. That's life. That's life. Everybody in this world has to choose something sooner or later. But when we choose something, we still don't know if our choice was the best choice or not. It depends the time after this choice. I mean, it depends how we feel after this choice. But until we feel this after, we will never understand if that choice we made was good or wrong. This is life. I totally agree with what he said. If they are going to tell you, look, if you go to war, you're going to lose yourself, you're going to become mentally ill, and you will probably lose some parts of your body. Would you like to join? Nobody would have said yes. Nobody. But something pushes them onward, and they all walk into hell anyway. Correct. You too, Eren. Correct. Because if Grisha didn't inject him the serum, he didn't experience the hell. He experienced already. Or maybe the hell he is still going to experience and we don't know. This doesn't regard Falco or Eldians in Marle. Okay, this regards even the Paradise. He's talking as a general discussion. I mean, as a general speech, and this speech regards himself too, because he experienced the hell throughout all these years. He lost lots of comrades, lots of fellows throughout these years. So he's not talking about the other side of the ocean only, but he's talking about paradise too. And definitely, if Grisha didn't give him the serum, he would have not be here right now. He would have been in paradise, maybe doing something else. But he was chosen. He was the one who was chosen and who was pushed by something. Why? Okay. Should we thank Grisha for all this? Should we thank Kruga for all this? Because Kruga injected Grisha, and then Grisha reached the paradise, and then he made a new family, and then Eren was born. Who should we thank? Maybe Kruga at this point. Or Grisha, because he went outside the walls and created all this mess. Anyway, or Kruga or Grisha, but anyway, Eren is in the same condition as Falco right now. Usually, and he's right also in this case too, usually that something isn't their own will. Sure, because I don't think Eren wanted it to be injected. I don't think Falco wants to go to war. I don't think all the other, except for Gabi, but Gabi, she is just too excited and she doesn't even understand where she is right now. I mean, Gabi, she's idolizing a world that doesn't exist, okay? But it's not her fault. Also, in that case, she is pushed by somebody else. And that's for all, okay? But yeah, that's something. It isn't over there because they chose that something. True. Totally true. Even Grisha didn't want to transform into the Shingeki no Kyojin. Kruger decided this for him. There was not a yes or no, do you want or you don't want? No, Kruger was absolutely strict. He said, you started everything, so now you become the Titan and you solve this problem. There was no other solution. He was pushed by somebody else. The conditions and the people around them leave them with no choice. Yeah, I said it right now. Exactly. There was not a choice. Eren couldn't choose anything. He couldn't. He just did what his father wanted him to do. He didn't have a choice. But did Reiner have a choice? No, he didn't have a choice. Did Gabi have a choice to do what she did? No, she was just forced to. Did Zeke? Okay, look, Zeke is different a little bit because Zeke, as much as Eren, decided what to do, decided which side to stand by. I mean, Zeke was forced at the beginning by Grisha to believe some things, but then Zeke by himself decided to betray them. So also in that case, Zeke is the same as Eren because they chose what to do by themselves, even if before, at the beginning, they were pushed by something. And this is the difference that I told you right now. But people who push themselves onward see a different sort of a hell. Because it's up to you. I mean, if you choose, then you will take the consequences. You can't play the victim role because you chose to go over there. But in the case of, let's say, in the case of Falco, for example, he is a victim. Falco, he is a victim, as Gabi, as Udo, as Zofia, as, who's the other one? Did I say all of them? Yes, I think so. But anyway, they are victims because they were raised like this. They were born with these ideals and these beliefs. Nobody let them choose. They were born in that context and they were forced to do what they wanted. If they refused to do that, they would have been, bye-bye, see ya. I mean, they would have been put in the war front line and they would have been killed anyway, right? So, Raina, he's a victim somehow. Raina too, because he was raised like this with those beliefs and he attacked because he was forced to attack. Yes, at the same time, he did it also for himself because he pushed himself so hard to become skillful. He wanted to become the hero, so he had an ideal, a personal ideal or belief to follow. But at the beginning, he was forced too. So he is both. Eren is both. But now Eren is more like, I choose what I do. I know what I do and I will decide what I do. At the beginning, Eren was a victim too, because when he was injected, he didn't say, please, Grisha, inject me the serum. No, he was forced. But then he decided to follow his path. Totally different. those people who decide by themselves what to do and what type of another hell to check, they are looking at something past that hell. That means something that goes beyond the hell. Okay? It might be hope, or it might be yet another hell. Totally true. Totally true. Because look, in Eren's point of view, after all the attacks to Paradise, he decided to join the Chosen Eden, and he decided to go to the ocean. That was the after hell he imagined, right? I mean, he fought so much to regain Shiganshina, to regain the worlds, to remake everything, okay? Because the goal was the ocean, and he thought that the ocean meant the freedom, okay? So, in Eren's point of view, in Eren's mind, that ocean at the beginning, that was the beyond the hell, beyond the first hell. Do you understand? But then when he reached over there, he said, we didn't reach freedom. We reached another hell, because at the on the other side of the ocean, that's the real enemy. That's the double hell we have to face. I have to face. The same as Araina, in my opinion. Araina went there with the mission, etc., etc. Let's kill. Let's end all people's life because they are demons. That was his mission. That means that above hell, above that hell, there's hope, there's something positive because the mission is completed. No. He found another hell, and the other hell of Raina is to realize that all those people who were condemned to be demons, they were not, they were normal people as them. It's another hell, because he had to kill, to end those friends' life, because actually they were his friends. And it's another hell. And this is the final moment when Eren replies, as Reiner said to him many years before. Only the people who keep moving forward can know for sure. And Reiner gave him the answer to use after many years, because Reiner said, you should keep moving. It is what it is. He is angry. Eren, when you look at Eren, he is not the typical revenger, the typical person that wants revenge only, and he is a, let me say, badass. Yes, he is. But he's really angry, because I think he is in a position right now that is not so easy. And as I told you already on Monday, he has to take lots of responsibility, because he decided to move forward and to go to discover the other hell. And now that he is about to reach his final goal, he has lots of responsibility. Yes, he has. Okay, I rewatched the episode, almost 2 hours. Sorry, I talked too much, but look, I wanted to underline once again all of my theories. Hope you follow me, and okay, even if this live streaming is ending in a few minutes, I will keep this live streaming on the channel, so if you wanted to check it even later, you will find it even later on the channel, of course. A few other things to say. Look, after this Sunday, that means after episode 4 of Shingeki no Kyojin reaction video, I will take a break of 1 week, because it's the end of the year, because I will celebrate with my husband, so try to understand. So for 1 week, I will not be here reacting to anything, because even the anime will take breaks. I think even Dragon Quest and Jujutsu Kaisen, they will take a break, as much as Shingeki no Kyojin. So from the 28th till the 3rd, let's say, I will not be on this channel, because I will take a break. Look, I'm going on all the year, so if I take one week break, you will understand me. Okay, Hope you enjoyed. Look, I read really quick all of your comments, all the comments that appear here, because yes, if the comments are not appearing, it means that they were spoilers, or YouTube didn't allow this, because I asked the YouTube to remove automatically all the hints or spoilers that can be written here on the chat box. So sorry for that, but I have to do this. Otherwise, some people are going to spoiler me things, and I don't like it. I don't care, and I don't want. And that's why I chose to do this. But anyway, okay, let me read a few questions, I think. Do you think that the royal blood will make all the Titans better? I think it's a plus, definitely. I think Eren misses that part only in order to become the unbeatable Titan. In fact, he has the Shiso power, but I think that he really needs even the bloodline. Otherwise, there was something missing. That's how I think that the real Shiso Titan is complete. I mean, if he has to be completed, he needs not only the Shiso line, I mean, the Shiso Titan, the original Titan, but he needs even the bloodline. Otherwise, the royal bloodline, sorry, yes. Do you think the celebration is inside the tournament? That one, that is a... I don't know which celebration. The celebration that is coming soon is a celebration coming soon. I don't know. Or do you mean the celebration when they said, "Hey, bye bye, see you in the future"? I don't know where that place was, but it was Marle for sure, because the father of Reiner was working in Marle. He's a Marle person, so I don't think it was inside of the camp. I think it was outside. Then if another celebration is coming soon, let's see. Let's see what's going to happen. But a celebration for what? Okay, but anyway, let's go on. It could be the same situation as a king with a child, where they know they have another child, but they also know that if other people find out, it could be the end of... yes, for sure. Yes, definitely. You can replace this situation in many different contexts. I think you're right, Edward. Yes. She's an abnormal. Yes. You completely... Okay. She wants to find the founding Titan, I think. I mean, you mean Dinah? You mean Dinah Fritz? As a Titan? It could be. Yes. Hi. I think the same thing. Yes. Okay. Thank you for loving Japan. Yes, we love it. In fact, I live in Japan. Hello, Prasanna. Hello. Hi, I love your channel. Greetings from Mexico. Hello. Muchas gracias. Gracias. Loved it. Thank you so much for the support. Okay, guys, there are no other comments. I think it's better for me to go. Thank you so much for the support. To see you tomorrow, no, because it's Christmas. Merry Christmas, everyone. Thank you for following the channel. Thank you. Merry Christmas to everyone, to all of your parents, all of your relatives, everybody trying to celebrate this Christmas as best as you can, even if it's a hard time, but we can make it better, definitely, in the future. So let's go on like this, and let's keep going on with our forces. See you. Okay, Merry Christmas, and see you, I think, on the 26th, because there is a Jujutsu Kaisen and the Dragon Quest, and see you on the 27th with the episode 4 of season 4, the final season of Shingeki no Kyojin. See you next time. See you in the next video. Thank you so much, guys. Love you so much. Bye, guys. See you in the next video. Bye-bye. Merry Christmas. Bye.